like I said, to this day, I'm still taken back by the detail within 2. I from the caverns to the sewer system that runs under Saints Row, the water, because you can take boats through it.
Now, you know what? I may take that back because if anybody is very good at riding a motorcycle and they have boost on it, yeah, they probably can go through that Saints Row 2 map in less than 10 minutes.
Yeah, probably.
But
I'm
however
talking.
quick you can go through Part Two's map, trust me, you can go through Part Three's map way quicker.
Yeah, but I'm saying with Part Two's map, you have different levels.
Yeah.
You have your main level, and then you have the level that's underground.
Yep.
And then you have the stuff that's above ground. You have the mountains, and then we're not even going to talk about all of the secret areas that's out in the water.
We won't even talk about those. We'll just mention the fact with the nuclear island and the prison island.
Yeah, you have 2 different islands that's even, and then even further than that, if you go further out into the water where you can't even see the land, where you have to use the damn GPS to get back because you don't know where the damn land is. You have secret areas that they just put in the game for no reason. The Easter egg, that's what they're called, Easter egg hunts.
No, there's one guy that has like a what you call it, a X-Files series that he made out of Saints Row.
Well, yeah, with the Easter egg hunts.
Found stuff. Yeah, like
the
Jason Voorhees mask. I always knew about that. But there was something else that they found on there. Yeah, those little, what is it, dinosaur fish or something?
Yeah,
I didn't know anything about those.
I still have to go back and check that out because I haven't even been there. I'm not about to be traveling water like that.
Now, I see nobody still has found the large bunny that I showed you on Part 3 that they trapped.
Yeah.
Nobody has still found that I've seen so
online,
far.
Yeah.
And that was in Part 2. That was the first place I noticed that thing.
But the thing is they really went into detail with Part 2, okay? Just from the university district, that was an add-on. The trailer park, I'm not sure if that was on Part 1. I don't remember. No, it wasn't. The trailer park wasn't on Part 1. The expanded suburbs was not on Part 1. I'm on Part 1 either. Right. They extended the marina area also. Yep. And they changed the area where the church was and where your first original home was in Part 1. Altor has now took that area up over, but it was like they changed it, but it was subtle. So when you went from Part 1 to Part 2, it was like more of, okay, so this is how it's
a continuation.
I see how it looks after a couple years.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, but this is the same right here. Okay, but it looks a little different, but it's still the same. But it was like, I know it was. You would think that Stillwater is an actual place that I've been because I know that city. I don't even half the time have to use my GPS because I know how to get to places on it. And for people that who's first starting to play Part 2, it gets a little annoying because I'm like, things are here. How do you not know? But it's like after you play it so much, it's like a
you know the city just like the one that you're living in.
Exactly. It's like you've lived there. And then like I was saying with Part 2 that I liked so much was that like missions where you would go do like the casino and
where you would go to missions that were in buildings within the city. They weren't set pieces. They were actually within that building.
And you could always go back and visit them. Yeah. Even though you don't have anything to do with them. Like, I know the casino, it was a mission, but I know later on that when you do your hitman, you have to take someone out in the casino. And then there's buildings that you don't even do missions in that they're open to just for the hell of it.
Just to add to the aesthetic of the whole world.
So you can really tell when you do have a very big team working on the game because they were actively working on and doing their job on Part 2. But I'm not sure. They must have went down to a very, very small team for Part 3 because it's none of that. It's none of that with Part 3. So, you guys, I don't want to keep going because, like, again, this is going to probably be like a 5-part video because we've talked so much because Saints Row is a very big franchise, something that needs to be covered. I just want to get our thoughts out there on it. But I want to just end this video with this.
Saints Row is its own franchise and product. It is not a Grand Theft clone or knockoff. It's just like having Battlefield and Call of Duty. They are both first-person shooters. Neither one is the other one's clone. They are just first-person shooters.
They,
Same thing with, what is it, Grand Theft and Saints Row. One takes itself seriously, the other one doesn't. Does that mean the one that takes itself seriously should be a losing game? No. Does that mean the one that doesn't take itself seriously should be a losing game? No. It's just that know your genre. If you're going for something that you want to have fun with and be over the top and just always have laughs, go Saints Row. If you just like being immersed in a realistic world and dealing with realistic stuff, go to Grand Theft. But in the end, get both of them so you can have fun with both of them, man.
yeah. I would like to say that I want to end the video basically with what I know it's probably too late to hope for anything with part 4 or what I would like for the new team because I know it's
There's
not
always
THQ.
DLC.
There's not. I know it's not THQ
There's
the
always
mission anymore.
DLC. They can do it as DLC
Okay.
if they're
So
smart.
I'm just really hoping that the team just really takes into account that they lost a lot. While part 3 was a very fun game, I just really feel that they lost a lot from part 2, not just story wise, but activity wise. They did give us new activities, but they did take a lot of the old ones away, and they gave us a smaller area to explore. And I would just really wish that they would just, if it's possible, just make it bigger and go towards more part 2 because part 2 was a success. Part 3 was a success too, but part 2 is just the best one out of all of them. And you don't want to downgrade. You want to continue to make it better. So hopefully, I'm hoping with part 4, you guys, that they that they just don't go too over the top with it again and try to bring it back to Stillwater somehow. I'm just hoping. I'm not sure if Stillwater is going to be in part 4 or not, but I'm hoping that somewhere in the future, if anyone from their team happens to listen to this video, please take it back to Stillwater. Please.
In ending, bring back Johnny.
Yeah, and that is a most definite.
Part 2 had Johnny.
Johnny has to
everything
come back.
that was in part 2.
Johnny has to come back. I'm still like in disbelief.
Hell, I may even go for a smaller city if y'all bring back Johnny.
Yeah,
I may not even care.
Yeah, that is true. But like I said, I just really felt that void with throughout part 3 was missing Johnny, and then they kept referring to him in all the. Your character would say, Johnny really likes this, or Johnny would have loved this, blah, blah, blah.
Just
and
to have Sean D come and act like a bitch talking about how they killed Johnny. Now you wondering, well, shit, is he dead? Did not like that.
No, didn't like that at all. So, yeah, that was a very bad decision on their part. So hopefully, if they can bring the Julius guy back as himself, then
hopefully they can bring back Johnny's voice actor as himself. It would be fucking awesome.
Yeah, that would be just like awesome. Period. Because that was just a stupid move. I still to this day don't understand the death of Johnny and why they did that. I still don't understand that. Because and then it wasn't epic. And if Johnny's gonna die, it better be epic. That's all I'm saying. And it wasn't epic. It wasn't epic at all. So I'm going to end this video here, you guys. Please remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. I'm also wanting you guys to go over to the website, create profiles, and participate in the forums. And I will also leave pictures at the end of this video of new GameplayHQ banners that I've made for you guys. If you guys want them, you just send me an email with your Skype ID. I'll add you on Skype and I'll just send it right to you on Skype. You guys remember, rate, comment, and subscribe.